Most of us are ruled by fear, and we rarely notice it. It moves quietly beneath the ordinary day, shaping the way we speak, the risks we turn away from, the things we brace ourselves against. And a life that is ruled by fear has a strange and painful habit. It keeps drawing toward it the very things it dreads. Fear is the first thing to understand, and it changes everything. Fear does not protect you from the thing you are afraid of. Fear strengthens it. Whatever you hold in fear, you place yourself in quiet agreement with, and slowly you come to live inside a house of mirrors, built from the very things you dread the most. A house of mirrors. There is an old story that carries this warning. A man named Job, faithful and blessed with a good family and everything a person could want, watched his whole life fall into ruin. And in the middle of his grief, he says one line that has echoed for centuries. "For the thing which I greatly feared is come upon me, and that which I was afraid of is come unto me." Even a good and devoted life, it seems, can be undone by the fear it quietly carries. There is a second story, and it shows us the other way. A man named Daniel is thrown into a den of lions. The lions. They are every adversity you have ever faced, the troubles that circle in close and bare their teeth. And Daniel does one thing only. He turns his attention inward, toward the infinite, and he keeps it there. He is not saved by wrestling the lions. He is kept whole by where he chooses to place his attention. For where your attention goes, your energy follows. So what is fear underneath it all? Fear is faith turned backward. Faith and fear are the same energy, moving in opposite directions. Faith is your conviction in the good that you long for. Fear is your conviction in the harm that you dread. It is often said that faith can move mountains. If that is true, then fear can build them, raising up obstacles that were never really there until the moment you believed in them. Fear is the most convincing belief of all, because it is felt so completely. You feel it in the whole body, in the racing heart, and the shallow breath, and the tightening in the chest. And whatever is felt that intensely sinks past thought and settles into the subconscious, and the subconscious slowly becomes the world you meet. This is why fear so often arrives in the flesh. Without ever meaning to, you have been rehearsing the very outcome you were afraid of. There is an older reason for this, written into the body long ago. Fear once kept us alive. The mind learned to take a small rustle in the grass and magnify it into a waiting predator, because it was safer to overreact 100 times than to be wrong even once. That instinct protected our ancestors. But it also takes a small trouble today and swells it into something vast, something permanent, something final. Your emotional state tints everything you see. As an old line puts it, we were in our own sight as grasshoppers. The trouble in front of you is almost always far smaller than the fear makes it appear. So what actually ends fear? Not courage, and not even love. Fear is born from a single illusion, the belief that you stand alone and separate, one small self set against a vast and dangerous world. A single illusion. And it begins to dissolve the moment you remember that you were never separate at all. One infinite intelligence moves through everything, through you, and through the very thing you were afraid of. You and it are one. Daniel had nothing to fear because he understood that even the lions were not apart from the infinite. The frequency that ends fear is certainty, and the doorway is stillness. So find a quiet moment and simply sit. Let the spiral of anxious thought begin to slow. Turn your attention within and remember, quietly and without strain, that you are one with the infinite. As the noise settles, the tinted lens lifts away, and the fear that felt so solid begins to show itself for what it always was, an illusion, and nothing more. And As you rest in that stillness, hold three things close. All paths lead to one place. All things are working in your favor. And every road you walk, even the hard ones, is carrying you toward the life you were made for. Keep those three, and adversity softens into a stepping stone. And in time, even fear becomes something that serves you. For what would you truly have to fear if you knew that the life you long for was already, quietly, on its way to you? Rest here a while. Let your breath grow slow and full. And when you are ready, if these words met you kindly, you are warmly invited to subscribe. Carry this stillness with you.